Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. It's obviously Christmas, I'm at home for 2 weeks, yay! So, got a load of beers to try, and so tonight, this is a beer made by people that I remember for winemaking. So it's called Curious Brew with I don't know if you can see it on there, it's got a question mark on. And basically, let me put my phone on because I'm after being a bit dark, it's not showing up as easy. So basically it says lager re-fermented with champagne yeast for a curious brew with a clean, fruity and fragrant finish. On the back, a lager of purity and freshness, brewed using Sars and Cascade hops and fine English pale malt, then for a cleaner, fruitier and more aromatic finish, re-fermented with champagne yeast and a dosage of rare Nelson Sauvin hops. 4.7% is not the strongest of lagers you'll ever come across, but certainly very different. Just trying to bring up Curious Brew Lager. That's handy. Right, while it finds it. Aha, that's it. Right, so let me find a tin opener. So got my son for Christmas. He ordered me a load of beers from Waitrose. Actually got £20 worth for free as well, because you order over 70 quid and basically you get 20 quid for free. So I ordered 90 quid and got them for 70. Some got cancelled, but they still honoured that £20 off. It came down to 55 quid in the end. So my son was spending 70. So with the other 15 went to Bargain Booze, got 15 quid's worth. So 45, 46 bottles of beer, 70 quid. Bargain. Especially when it's not ones that you usually see in the shops as well. So here we go. I know what to expect from this, but nonetheless we shall find out. So, typical straw colour, which we associate with lagers really. Most lagers look the same, to be fair. You can see the carbonation there, or lacing, if you want to call it lacing. Carbonation in the centre, off the widget in the centre of the glass. So it's a Duvel glass. Lovely white head on it, crisp white head. Light malt, bit citrus in that light malt. Certainly a bit hoppy as well. 2.90 out of 5 from 161 rating. I've never heard of it. So that's really weird, because what did I say? I said light malt and bit of citrus and hop. First review that I've come across on ratebeer.com. Poured a crystal clear golden colour with a very short-lived fizzy white head. Yeah, it's just about gone there. The aroma is gluey, skunky malt, light citrus, fruit, hop. So exactly as I described. And it hadn't loaded up at that stage. The flavour is moderate bitter with a light, slightly watery, crisp, malt light drop, hop bitter palate. Medium to light bodied with average carbonation. Rather light and watery, but with a light little flavour and quite refreshing. I will get it out in the end. So another one, 4 out of 5. I first tried this on my 18th birthday and has been a firm favourite of mine since. Very nice flavour and not bitter. Very nice for a casual drink at Chapel Down Wine and Fine Food Store. Chapel Down, I presume, are the makers. Curious drink, says here. And yet, you look at that looks like Chapel Down's colour scheme. So they obviously don't have a filter on some of these reviews, because some of the reviews aren't that good. So aroma, very bready, gassy. Taste, grassy, sours, hop taste. Yeah, it is a bit grassy, to be fair. Slight tropical notes on taste, bready malt. Overall, as lagers go, this is great. Flavourful, not overly gassy, and poking a toe in the pale ale realm. Nice. And like I've said before, with most lagers, bar the odd exceptional lager, Birra Moretti have brought out 2 lagers, Toscana and Siciliana, something along them lines anyway. Them 2 are very different to a lot of other lagers, more craft. And there are a few craft lagers about. Sadler's have got one. But on the mass-produced lagers, they're all pretty much the same, you know. Slightly different taste to normal lagers. I could understand where one reviewer said about it going into the pale ale realm. So to me, looks like a lager, smells like a lager, tastes different. Not the usual what you'd expect from a lager. Although on the back it says beer by Winemakers, and then it says a lager, and you think to yourself, is it a lager? Is it a beer? And that's the confusion. You know, when you walk in the shop, well, go and get me a beer from the shops. Someone walks in, well, that says beer, that says beer. You pick up something, you think, oh, that's Stella. I picked that up, it says beer. Pick it up, take 10. That's a bloody lager. From my Sainsbury's days, we had you had the low alcohol lagers, then you had standard lagers, call them whatever, and then you had premium lager, and then it went lager beer. But the lager beer was actually the world lagers, like your Estrellas, San Miguel, and beers like that. And then you got your craft beers, like your punk IPAs and all that sort of thing. And then what you class as real ales and bitters. And then at the end you've got bitters that come in cans. And it's all been mixed up now, because craft beers are coming in cans, and you know, the classifications have really been mixed up. So this fella looks like a lager, tastes very much like a pale ale, you know. To be fair, it's actually got some good taste to it. It's got, you know, more than your standard lagers have got. It's got a bit of citrus to it, you know. If we're classing this as a full-on lager, this is exactly what I was saying, that a lot of lagers are lacking. A lot of lagers are. I mean, I've drank lager, you know, most of my life, as you do when you leave school at 16, or before 16, if I'm being honest. Although 18's the legal limit, obviously. But, you know, and for years, all I would drink is Heineken. And to be honest, I've reviewed Heineken. Still good in this day and age. You know, whilst some have gone downhill, that seems to have steadied out. And obviously all down to the brewing process at that time. This one, yeah, it's really nice. It's got a good taste. Aroma's standard lager, looks standard lager, but the taste is where it's at. And definitely worth a punt on. If you see it on a keg, on a cask, you know, or you see it in bottle. For Waitrose, $1.99. That's what the internet said. I must have paid that for it. But yeah, really good. So for a score out of 5, ooh. So as lagers go, it's got something that other lagers haven't got. So it deserves a better score. Taste-wise, it's, you know, if it was in the beer category, it's not that great at tasting beer, but we're not talking about beers, we're talking about lagers. So I'm going to give it a 4.2 out of 5. I actually thought that was really good, you know. I wouldn't say it was super exceptional, but definitely a nod in the right direction of where lagers. I mean, there's always going to be a place for your normal Foster's, Stellar's, Budweiser, even though I'm not keen on that, and all them sorts of lagers. But lagers, to keep up with beers, they need to branch out. People like flavour these days, which is why, look at gin. Standard gin now. It used to just be standard gin. When I worked at Sainsbury's only 3 years ago, there was just standard London gins. There was a slow gin and then normal gins. That was it. Now, my God, there's about 60 different, and that's just in one shop. So you can, you know, you can see how taste has exploded. And for the next, the gin thing is a fad. It will end, you know, in the next year or so probably. So the next thing to take over from that could be flavoured lagers, but full strength flavoured lagers, not the Carling Zest that we had at one stage. That was quite big at one stage. I think it's still out now, but it's nowhere near as big as it was. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon.